Good afternoon. Right, chickens. All of this there, all of that is food that they are just flicking and tossing out of their food container. And there are two reasons why I don't want this to happen. One, because it's costing me a sodding fortune. And two, because that's just going to attract every rat within 100 square yards. So, I saw the other day, just going through the internet, a new design. I say it's not a new design, it's just a different design of chicken feeder. And I thought, do you know what, I'm going to make one because this is costing me a fortune. I mean, all of that is perfectly good food, but it's just waste. It's all waste. So I have decided that I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to come up with a much better solution for this. So, and I'm going to show you that solution. Okay, so this is what I'm using. This is, in my case, 68mm plastic piping. You're going to need a T-piece, an angled T-piece, and a couple of offcuts and some end caps. And I'm having to do a little bit of butchery here on mine, but I'm not bothered. And how this works is that will go into there. So that will stand up in the chicken coop. You'll fill it from the top, and the chickens will get the food from in there. And that immediately stops them spilling the food everywhere. So I'm just about to glue an end cap. So that's actually sealed. It was the only thing we've got. So I'm going to attach that into there like that. So that then just goes on the end there. So that's all it's doing. It's just bunging the end up. And I didn't have anything else to do it with. So I'm just going to use some hot melt glue and stick that together. So just give me a moment while the glue gun heats up, and we'll do that. Right, okay, so that's just basically all it's done is it's sealed that up, and that's all that's for. And that will now go on there, and that can sit soundly on the ground. So I'm just going to just make sure that's gone in, and yep, okay, so I can now simply, and I don't even have to glue this, okay, just like that. Now in the top we will have another one of these bungs, and that will go in there. So unscrew this. Okay, so that will glue in there, and then I can fill that. So I shall fill that with the food, and I can simply screw a top on, and that'll keep water and everything else out. And then I'll cut a hole in the coop roof so I can put that in. So there is basically the beginnings, and that's pretty much complete, of my new chicken feeder. I shall be back shortly when I've done the next bit. Right, so this is it. Now that's pretty much me that spilt that, but as you can see, they've taken to that pretty much straight away. Now what does get spilt is a lot less than that lot, and they'll hoover it up. So all in all, I'm actually reasonably happy with that, at least for the moment. I'm saying that I may just need to just put it at a slightly steeper angle, but you can see the mess that they make. But and this isn't the normal food, this is the treat food. I thought I'd do this just to get them used to it. I may just need to move that pipe out a little bit and just angle it a little bit further up. But as you can see, they're hammering away at that quite nicely. Right, so the one adjustment I've had to make, I've just set it back at an angle, which makes it much more difficult for them to spill the food out. So even though that bend has an angle on it, it wasn't enough, but now that is, and that seems to have done the job quite nicely. Now they're going to, at least all the spilt food is in one area, it's not scattered everywhere, at least it's just there, and they'll pick that up, they'll have that themselves. It also makes it much easier for me to feed them. So all in all, I'm genuinely quite impressed with that. That's quite a simple little system. It's obviously sheltered from the rain because there's a rain cover on here. Total cost, yeah, about 20 something pounds. I think about 26 quid for the parts. A little bit of DIY, and hopefully it'll pay for itself because I won't be wasting as much feed. As you can see, they're going at that's on the floor because that's the favourite. But look, I just wish I could get them to, but it doesn't seem to be spilling out like it was. Mission accomplished. You can see the extent of the wastage from the old style one of these feeders, which I must admit I was given it by the chap who I bought the coop off, so it's no big loss, to be honest. But this seems to be a much more sensible and easier solution. So all in all, I think that's looking like a win.